Hi, in this video I'm going to quickly demonstrate a VPN that changes location. Now, why would you want to change location? The main reason is at the moment the internet is in the world of Web 2.0, and most of the resources in it are controlled by central servers, like everything from social media to online streaming, bank accounts, everything like that. And they can control who or what accesses any of their content. So much of these restrictions are based on location. So I'm going to show you now how you can use a VPN to change that location. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. I'll give you a practical implication further on if you want. Okay, so here's the VPN I use. Most VPNs look fairly similar. They usually have a software component that sits on your taskbar. You can install them on most of your devices, really. This one's NordVPN. It's kind of the world's biggest VPN, which I generally use. I've got a couple of others, but I usually use this one. It's pretty inexpensive, one of the cheapest, and it's got servers all over the world. So let me just give you a demonstration here. Now you can see the world here. These are all the VPN servers. Now a VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. And basically what happens when you establish a VPN connection is you connect. An encrypted tunnel is created between you and the VPN server. All these, if you can see, are all the VPN servers. Now, that encrypted tunnel is important for security because it encrypts all your data, so it keeps things like usernames, passwords, email accounts, stuff like that, all encrypted and safe. It doesn't matter where you use it, it'll be protected. But it also allows you to change location. This is because the internet websites that you access will only be able to see the location of the VPN server. Now, let's start. Let's pick somewhere I've never been to, Nigeria. I can see NordVPN is connecting, and it's connected to Nigeria. So it's basically connected to a Nigerian VPN server, I presume in somewhere like Lagos. We'll find out in a minute. And we'll minimize that, and I'll just give you a demonstration. Right, let's open Chrome, and we'll go to a site here, which I can see how this all works. This is gps-coordinates.org. And what it does really is shows you your location based on your IP address. So your IP address, your unique network number that everybody has to connect to the internet, is not actually visible now because I've established a VPN connection. What this site can do, and it works like all the other websites, it can see the IP address of the VPN server. So let's just zoom out here. And you can see it thinks I'm in Lagos, so in Nigeria. So every website you go to, where I go to at the moment, will think I'm in Nigeria. So if I visit Google and start searching for resources, let's say plumbers or something like that, you will see it's struggling a little bit, but it's basically giving me plumbing information in Nigeria. Must be quite hard to find a plumber in Nigeria by the looks of it. But basically it's customized my search results, and that's what Google does. It'll look for information. It looks up your IP address, and it will look for information based on your location. But of course it's got it wrong because it thinks it's I'm in Lagos, which I'm clearly not. Okay, it's called geolocation, geo-targeting, and it's kind of annoying usually. And I'm going to show you now about one of the many instances where it's annoying, and it basically uses websites use this information to block you. So, for instance, one of my favourite sites is the BBC iPlayer. I love it. I just watch it all the time. I get my news and entertainment and all sorts of stuff here. It's a big BBC media streaming site, and it's all completely free. Let's say I wanted to watch the programme about the UK elections. I go to BBC iPlayer, and suddenly, although I am in the UK, it said BBC only works in the UK. Sorry, it's due to right. BBC iPlayer has looked up my location and said, he's in Nigeria, you can't watch it. So the same thing would happen if I was on holiday or something like that. So let me just minimize that. And let's just go back and show you one more time. We'll change to a different country. Let's just change to BBC now. Let's go back to the UK. So I'm connected to Nigeria at the moment. Now what I'm going to do is pick one of my UK servers. See, connected to United Kingdom. Just going to minimize that now. So now my VPN server I'm connected to is in the UK. So I have got effectively I've got a UK IP address, or that's what all the websites see. Let me just close that now, and we can see how the VPN changes my experience. So I'll start my browser up again now. And of course I've got the UK IP address. Now I'm going to go to Firefox here. I'll tell you why I'm changing the browser in a second, but let's just go to BBC iPlayer with our new VPN server here. Let's go to exactly the place and let's watch this riveting show about the UK local council elections, which I'm sure everybody's fascinated by. Now, if you can remember, we got a little error message there, and here we'll have arguments about politicians and stuff like that. And you can see all BBC iPlayer now works because it's looking at the IP address of the VPN server, which is in the UK. Now, I did want to explain a couple of things here. The reason I switched browsers because cookies. Basically, these websites use cookies, and I've last connected to the BBC iPlayer website from Lagos, and it's blocked me. If I go back in the same browser straight away, it's gonna, even though it sees the UK IP address, it will use the cookies to block me. So I've just gone in using Firefox just to demonstrate that. If you reboot your computer and clear your cookies, it'll all work, but I couldn't be bothered doing that. So let me just go back now and just show you how the VPN has changed my location. Let's go back to that My Location website. So that's gps-coordinates.org, and you can see my location has now changed. And there I am in the UK. So that's basically how it all works. So the VPN is not really changing your location, it's changing where you look as though you're from. My IP address hasn't changed in the slightest through all this. What has changed is the VPN server I'm connected to. So I can go back and connect to anywhere in the world. So I just basically have to, well, anywhere that NordVPN has got a server. I should add that. You can see there's not so many in Russia. I don't think there are any in Russia anymore. There used to be quite a few, but after recent events, I think they disappeared. Yeah, there's none in Russia. But most other countries in the world, you'll find a server. The VPN servers will be slightly slower if you connect across the world. So if you're in Chile or Argentina and you connect to an Australian server, prepare there to be some sort of lag on your internet connection, just because there's extra distance involved. But for bypassing geo-blocks and geolocation restrictions and stuff, a VPN is all you need. Okay, so that's my video on how a VPN changed your location. I hope it's helped somebody. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll try and answer them, or somebody probably cleverer than me will answer them. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a brilliant rest of the day. Bye-bye.